Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to show you how we install LED accent lighting in our kitchen. So please hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of new videos. Also, like and comment below. For the lights we chose from Amazon, we bought the LAIFUNI under cabinet RGB LED lighting with 6 lights. It comes with a remote and Wi-Fi controller, a bag of extension cables, 12-volt transformer and cord, a bag of mounting brackets, self-adhesive tape, wire ties and screws, 6 12-inch LED light fixtures, and we also bought the TronicsPros 4-pin RGB LED splitter. You can mount this accent lighting anywhere in your kitchen where you'd like. You can put it above the cabinets, you can put it in the glass cabinets where we're going to put it, you can put it below the cabinet so it highlights your countertop, or you can put it in the toe space below. We had the ideal situation in that we already had power running this cabinet above the microwave. That is the ideal situation and our preferred situation. If you don't have that, you'll have to use the battery-powered LEDs, which is not preferred, but will still work. The LED lights that we bought connect in series, with the final cord going to the power source. In order to get from the glass cabinet to the power source, we had to drill a hole right here in these cabinets. That's going to be your first step. So what we've done is we've marked with tape where we're going to drill the hole from the other cabinet into this cabinet. This is the glass cabinet where we're going to be putting the accent lighting. In order to get from this cabinet to the cabinet where the power source is, we have to drill a hole, and we've marked it with the blue tape up here in the corner where we're going to drill it. The tape serves 2 purposes. First, it not only marks where we're going to drill the hole, but it also keeps the wood from splintering when you drill it with a larger diameter drill. This is the cable that connects the lights to the power source between the 2 cabinets. As you can see, the connector on the end is very large, so we had to use a large drill bit to make a hole big enough for this to fit through. So what we did first is we used a 1/8 inch drill as a pilot, then we used a 1/2 inch drill to make the bigger hole, then we used a burr to enlarge it just slightly bigger than the 1/2 inch. And we did all this with the cordless power drill because it's the easiest we found to use in a confined space of the glass cabinet. Here's the hole after we finished drilling and ran the wire through it. The nice thing about this lighting kit is it gives you a couple of different options for mounting the lights. You can use the double stick 3M tape that they supply, or they also supply a bracket with a screw. We chose this method because it holds a lot better. So in order to mount these screws, you're going to need to drill a 1/16 inch hole in the back of the cabinet. And we've marked the back of the cabinet using a mirror. We mounted the lights on the back of the cabinet face right above the opening. In order to mark the locations on the back of the cabinet face, I used a mirror propped against the back wall in order to see what I was measuring. Now that we've marked and drilled all the holes, we drilled the hole between the 2 cabinets for the power supply, and we drilled the holes for the mounting brackets for the lights. Now we can mount the lights. And this is a light fixture. It's about 12 inches long and snaps into the brackets. I marked the brackets on 8-inch centers. One trick about these lights, and one thing that people have made mistakes about and had an error and had to go back and fix, was the fact that these pins are really tiny on these lights, on the connectors. And there's an index mark on one side. It's a little tiny arrow, and I'll show a close-up of it to make sure you can see it. However, what you need to do is I've got a cable here, and the 2 index marks need to go together, because if they don't go together, any strings after the one that's wrong will be a different color. In researching these lights and trying to figure out which ones to buy, we noticed that people had trouble connecting 2 sets of lights together using 1 controller and 1 remote. But what we found on Amazon was this splitter. That way we could use six lights, 3 on each side, and use 1 controller and 1 remote. We've snapped the wires into place and connected all the wires. As you can see, we tucked the wires up above the lights. We also used one of the adhesive-backed wire holders that was provided with the kit to keep the wires in place and make sure they don't fall down. We've completed this relatively simple installation. We've connected all the wires, we've mounted the lights, and now we're just ready to turn it on. And what they use to turn on is this little remote. You can also use a phone app, which we'll load later. So we've connected the power and we've turned them on. Right now we have it set on white. With the remote, you can change it to a different color. You can change it to blue, you can change it to green, you can change it to red, or you can go back to white. There's also several different shades below these colors as well, sort of like a teal. But you can play around with them and see what you like best. We'll go back to the white. And you can also do crazy stuff like flashing colors, or strobe, or fade. What's nice about these is you can also dim them. Let me go back to just a solid white. There we go. Okay. You can also dim them by pressing this button repeatedly until it goes dimmer. Or you can brighten it back up. So this gives you a broad view of the entire lighting system that we put over the cabinets. Again, this is one set of lights with 3 on each side. And there are strips of lights. They're not the individual LED strips with no diffuser. These had an actual fixture with a diffuser, which keeps it from being like a pinpoint light across the top of your cabinet. And again, you can change the color depending on what your mood is. You can change it to blue, you can change it to green, you can change it to red. And again, you can do any color in between. Yellow, purple, pink. And then you can do the effects too. And again, these will also increase in brightness or decrease in brightness using the dim button on the remote by pressing it repeatedly. Or they'll go really dim. Or you can shut it off. Or go back to white. The app gives you a lot more colors and hues and shades that you can play with, but the basic stuff on this remote pretty much covers it as far as what we like to use. Thank you for being with us today as we added LED accent lighting to our kitchen. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications on future videos. Please click like and comment below. Included below will be a list of the tools we used, as well as information on the lighting kit that we used. Thank you.